Okay, welcome back everyone. Today I think what we're going to do is work on a Railcraft. So we have this basic structure here, or I guess this basic foundation, and then all of the furnaces and stuff down below. But I think what we're actually going to be doing today is building this up a little bit more, and then actually getting the rails in. So probably one rail going off that way to at least the tree farm, but maybe as far as the jungle. And then possibly having one go this way off to the volcano, since I make a lot of trips down there also. So I think that's the basic plan for today. One thing that I will need a lot more of is clay to make bricks, because last time I built with bricks, I used so many more than I thought I would. And this is going to be probably even bigger, so I'm going to need like stacks and stacks and stacks of clay. So I'm going to go ahead and probably start off with just collecting like a monumental amount of clay. If you're just coming back from the 10 subscriber special thing that I did, yeah, that wasn't real. That was just a copy of the world, so I didn't actually nuke all of my progress over the past month. That would be very sad if I did, but yeah, no worries there. It was all a prank. I got yous. Actually, I don't know. I probably didn't get ya, but if I did, I got ya. Man, I just love exploring the Extreme Hills biome. Like, I feel like every single time I pass by, like, an Extreme Hills area, I'm like, I could have built my base here instead. I still think that my area is better, but I mean, there's just so many great building locations in the Extreme Hills. It's just so iconic. It really is just like, I don't know, it's just a very different feel to what there is now with the whole like Caves and Cliffs update. It's not quite as grand, but it's more like, I don't know, it's more unique, I guess, to the game. You know, you wouldn't see something like this in real life, but I kind of like it. It's a bit quirky. It's a bit fun. Like, look at this little tunnel thing, like, neat. But, you know, I don't know. I'm rambling. Let's get some clay. Actually, kind of like thinking about old games and stuff. It's kind of a big time for old games, at least for me. With like the whole Oblivion remaster coming out. I'm trying not to buy that because I want to save $50, but like, I don't know how long I'll be able to withstand the temptation, but I really want to play that one. And then I also just found my old discs, like computer discs of Zoo Tycoon, like the original Zoo Tycoon. And I remember I played that so much as a kid, so I honestly might be a bit busy over the next like couple weeks playing a bunch of different games, not just this one. So there may be a little bit of a slowdown as I just get distracted with, you know, my little nostalgia binge that I've been up to lately, but I'll try not to let it impact too much. And who knows, maybe a Zoo Tycoon series could be fun, but we'll see. We'll see. If you're interested in it, maybe I'll think about it. Oh, this is cool. There's like an underwater ravine over here, and you can see the lava through it. I'd actually jump down here and see what this is all about, because it's kind of cool. Let me put my jetpack on so I don't get destroyed in here. Oh wow, oh, a mine shaft too. Alright. Dang, this is kind of a cool place. Huh. I might remember this. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Oh, if there's a spider spawner. Oh, there's like an actual spawner. There's an actual spider spawner, not a cave spider spawner. What? Take a saddle. Huh. Okay. Sorry for the Discord notifications. I just realized you're probably hearing that. Okay. This is a really cool place, actually. I might make this into a farm and, like, have something here. I don't know what yet, but I think I'll definitely mark this on my map, because this is a cool spot. I think we'll name this Cool Spot, because that is... probably disable it for now, just so it's not constantly on, but it's a cool spot. So, alright, anyway, back to getting clay. Alright, my bad. I'll put it on Do Not Disturb from now on, because it's probably a little bit annoying, but I have an okay amount of clay. Not too much, actually. Like, couple stacks. But you have to remember that 4 stacks of clay makes 1 stack of bricks, so I don't know if it's enough. I'm just running out of jetpack fuel, and I want to make sure I can actually get home. Because I do use my jetpack a lot when mining clay, just so I don't have to, like, swim up. I can just fly up. So I'll see how far this gets me, and then collect more from there. Ow. Jesus Christ, what are these mob spawns? It's like a whole horde of zombies in here. That's actually crazy. Alright, got the clay in the super smelter, and now we just gotta wait. Making this automatically turn on whenever there's stuff in the system has been like a game changer for me, because it is so loud. It's probably not that loud in the video, but for me it's pretty loud. And it's just really nice to not hear this all the time in the base. I feel like it was like, I don't know, some form of like medieval torture or something. Alright, I'm going to start working with what few materials I do have, but I think I want this part of the floor to be a bit lower. This is the part where the track is going to be, so I think that might be kind of cool. One thing I'm a bit more like unsure of is how I want the actual like supports of the track to look, because this is a very different style to my other builds. So I don't know if I want to have like, I mean the rails are going to be coming out of here, so they're probably going to be like elevated on some surface. Thank you, Cave Sound. But I don't know if it should be built out of brick to match this, or it should be like a more modern style like the you know, the base and the other farm over there. I'm kind of leaning towards having it a little bit more of that like, you know, white and black style, mostly just because bricks are kind of annoying to get. And I think it would match more of the builds. This is kind of like, it's a bit different, which I like, but every time you do something different, it's always a little bit hard to like match the styles up. But I think I'll probably go with the more like, I don't know, like scientific, is that the right word? Like laboratory-esque color palette? I don't know, like black and white, I guess. Right, I kind of have 2 different styles here, I guess, or 2 different options. I could either have the floor go low, like all the way to the end of these 3 blocks, or just have it here. The rails are going to be, there's going to be 2 lines. There's going to be a line here, and a line here. And I think it looks good having less lowered area, just because it like looks more like just the rail where the track is lowered. I'm just kind of thinking of how it looks in real life, you know, like when you go to like train station or like subway. You know, like there's like the platform and then there's like the fall off thing. I'm not a real train expert, you know, I don't live somewhere that believes in trains, so unfortunately, but I think this is probably the better option. Yeah, and then I might have this border be like something colored like yellow or something, just so it's like, you know, danger, don't walk off the edge or something like that. Okay, got the basic floor in, and yeah, looks kind of like a train station, I guess, or at least the beginnings of one. I might have something down the middle here, like kind of have like, you know, pillars or like some kind of support system in the middle. I actually think there's like pillars, like actual pillars, that you can make with the Redpower, I think. Yeah, I don't really know how that would look. One thing about, you know, the world that I'm playing on, or I guess the settings that I have on, is I have smooth lighting off because I just prefer how that looks. But it really doesn't work that well with the kind of like Redpower, like partial blocks. I don't know what they're actually called, but like as you can see here, they're, you know, a lot darker than they should be. The lighting gets kind of messed up, but if I turn smooth lighting off, they look pretty much like normal blocks. And it would make it look a lot better, but I just really prefer the look of smooth lighting. Like, I mean, if we look at that cave, I guess it still looks pretty good, but like, if you have smooth lighting completely off, like, it just looks more, I don't know. I just like how it looks more, so we'll see how those pillars look, but I might just go full blocks. But I can start building up the walls now. I think most of the wall will be windows, because I don't know, that just feels right to have in a train station. Again, I don't really have a lot of train station experience, but to me that's what sounds good, so that's what we're gonna do. Maybe like coming up like this, and then like, I don't know. I don't even remember what I did. Like that kind of window, that kind of looks not amazing, but maybe a little bit taller, and then, sure, I don't know. I'm just gonna build up the walls and play around with it a little bit, I think. I think I might also want to use slabs on the roof too. It is a little bit harder to use slabs because you can't put upside down slabs in this version. So I'm thinking how I could make this look good. I want to have like these sides, I don't want it to look too much like a barn, but this actually might end up looking like a barn, but I want to have it like slope up like that, and then the center part will like kind of raise up a little bit, maybe have like a glass top. I think I'll probably also have some windows, like some skylights in the roof with this, but that might look a little bit funky with the slabs because you can't have glass slabs. I don't know. Let's just, let's figure this out. So if I were to do something like this, this probably is going to look a little bit funny on the side. It looks a little funny, but like in an endearing way, I think. I think this could work actually. Maybe if I give this like an overhang. This is a bit tricky with the jetpack, but I'm kind of a pro, so. Yeah, I think that that could work actually. I actually kind of like that a lot, so I think we're gonna do that. How we feeling? How we feeling with this? I think this is good. I personally think it looks good. These are gonna be a little bit more awkward because they're only like 3 wide, so it's kind of hard to have a window in there. I could just make them a little bit wider. I might do that eventually, not sure. But for now I might want to just try to make this look good. It's kind of hard not having those like chiseled or micro block options available, but you know, it's fine. You know, we can make do with what we have, and I don't think that looks horrible. Honestly, just having that be plain. Maybe I could have like some kind of like, I don't know. Maybe I'll save the details for later. I think for now I'm just gonna build the basic box and fill in the rest at whenever I feel like it. Okay, I ran out of bricks at the end there, so I used a little bit of dirt. But it's okay, because I plan on having windows here. Unfortunately, because of how the roof is, this area is going to be a little bit shorter. So I can't have these big windows here. I'm thinking, I guess I could make it go all the way down, and then have like windows like that. Let me actually make that brick. Yeah, maybe that could work. I need to work out the spacing to make this actually work out, but I think that could work. There we go. I think those are pretty good windows. From the outside, yeah, looks pretty good. I think on the bottom here I might have like some kind of foundation, either like cobblestone or probably not stone slabs, just because I might get tired of it, but I can go ahead and start putting down the ceiling now, and we'll see, we'll get a better feel of it. Alright, I think I want to put some skylights on here. They're not going to line up exactly because of the slabs, but honestly I don't think that's too big of an issue. I don't think you'll really be able to tell from like far away. Maybe a little bit, but you know, it's not really that big of a deal. I'm going to do some experiments with it. I'm not too worried about wasting glass because I have so much of it. I think I'm still running through my excess amount that I made for the dome over there. I made so much for that and used like not nearly as much as I thought I would, so it's not really an issue running out of glass. So let's see, I'm thinking maybe 3 wide here, and then I do need to worry about having them line up in the middle is my only thing. Let me figure out what's going on with my hotbar. Maybe 3 wide strips, and then a gap. Or I guess I could just line up with these windows, but maybe I want to have them a little bit wider. I don't know. You know what? Let's just let's play around with it. Let's have some fun, because we like having fun. I think I like this. I don't think I'm gonna overthink it. I think I like this, and this is good. Now I just need to do the dome here on top, And I think I'm also not going to overthink this. I think I'm just going to build a nice half circle on top, and I think I'm going to do it all out of glass, because that's what I feel like doing. Thinking that looks like a pretty good roof shape. Kind of looks like a... I'm not going to say it, but it looks interesting right now. I think I'm just going to do the whole thing with glass, and we'll see how that looks. Might need to outline it with something just so you can actually like see the border, but I think it'll look pretty good. But you know, I don't know. Yeah, actually, outline is definitely needed. I'll maybe try it in stone brick first, or stone slab first, and let's see how this looks. Alright, here's how it looks from the side. That little strip of brick is a little bit awkward, but I don't really know what to do about that. Maybe I could like bring this stone slab thing up and like connect it. And I think that might improve it a little bit. I could also make these like go up and over. Oh, okay. I don't know why that happened. I think I'll start with this, and then if I don't like it, I will get rid of it. Wait, I actually think you can have upside down slabs in this version. I think you just have to place them differently. Like, you can't place them on a flat, like, wall, but it looks like you can hang them off the bottom. I actually didn't know that. I thought that you could only have, you know, horizontal, or I guess, like, bottom slabs, but that's cool. I don't really think there's anything I can change with that, though. I guess the underside of this can be a little bit smoother. Let's see if this looks any better. Oh. Yeah. That's nice. Okay. Learn something new every day, I guess. Okay, I think I have the basic structure down. The only thing I'm not super happy with is this very flat part up here. I'm not really too sure what to do about that. I guess I could just put a big window in there and that would solve it. I could just make this an entire circle, but I don't know how I feel about that. I wish there was a way I could make it, like, come out a little bit. Like, have something there. Maybe like some kind of like pattern or like design. Not exactly sure. I just need some kind of accent here, and I'm kind of struggling with it. I might leave it for now and see if inspiration strikes me later. But the inside part is pretty much done. I just need to fill in the glass, and then we'll be good to start building some rails. I think for now I'm just going to put one line in. The plan is there's going to be two lines. There's going to be the line that I ride, and then there's going to be like the industrial line. Or the automated line, maybe you could call it. Not sure. But basically the line that I ride will just take me to different areas. And then with the, you know, some of the things that I have with the computers there, I'll basically be able to automatically detect when a farm needs fuel. And then I can automatically send fuel from the station to the farm that needs it whenever it is needed. And then if there's any runoff, like overflow with the chest, I could bring it back here. And then I think the overflow will probably go into a recycling center. I need to build that. Alright, I think the structure is officially done. Got all the windows in. So let's start crafting some rails. I'm going to need a lot of them. And I think I want to have high-speed rails, which I think are a little bit more expensive, and they might require blaze powder, actually. Let me look this up. So yeah, I need blaze powder, that's what I thought. So I'm going to need to kill a lot of blazes. I could set up a blaze farm, but that seems like... That's probably a good idea to have, honestly, for the future, but I don't know if that's something that I want to set up today. So, I think I'll just get a start. Just get one track going over that way, I think, for now. And then I can maybe build a blaze farm, and then have high-speed tracks that go all the way to the volcano and the jungle over there. But for now, I think I'll just get enough to make it to the rubber farm over there, just because I make a lot of trips there. Uh-oh. I'm glad I have this system set up, but... It's not good, typically. Let's see what the issue is. Tree farm. It looks like they didn't make it back. There's two errors there, which I don't think should happen. I'm actually going to turn these off, because this is really annoying. There we go. Perfect demonstration of my great system. So let's go check out what's going on with the tree farm. I'm assuming... they ran out of fuel on their way, and then one of them didn't make it back. But let's see what happened. Yep, this guy doesn't look like he made it back. I'm assuming he's out of fuel over here. I need to actually... Is this fuel coal coke or normal coal? Oh, it's coal coke. Interesting. I don't really know why he ran out of fuel. I might need to just increase the minimum amount of fuel that they're allowed to take. Let's see here. Yeah, so it looks like these turtles have, they request fuel if they have less than 100 fuel. So I'm guessing that is not enough. So I'm going to go ahead and increase that amount. Alright, time to go to the nether to collect some blaze powder. I'm thinking about actually using this space. I thought about it to build a bit cooler of a nether portal. I'm thinking of maybe having it to where like the, I guess I have two different things I'm thinking of. One is just having it in this cave and having it like have corrupted the area around it and have like obsidian and nether stuff spilling out and like, you know, turning this cave into like a mini nether. And then the other idea is having it in like some kind of like high-tech like containment facility. But then also maybe have it like broken out of that. So I'll probably get to that eventually. It'll just go into the backlog of like a million things that I want to get done. But whenever I'm not feeling too technical, I'll probably do that. Alright, there we go. 16 blaze rods. That's kind of what I set out to do. And that should actually get me a lot of rails. I think 3 blaze powder... The ratios are kind of weird. I think it's 3 blaze powder gets you 8 of the, like, rods. And then 6 of the rods gives you 16 tracks. So this should give me, like, many stacks of rails, hopefully. And my jetpack doesn't seem to be wanting to work right now, but... I should hopefully be set in terms of blaze rods for now. Alright, while my macerator's going, I think I'm going to try to design some kind of rail track here that will take it far off into that area. I'm not sure if I want to have it above the ground, because that would kind of obstruct the view, but it's not too much of a view to begin with, honestly. Yeah, I might just have it above ground. But I don't know. I'm kind of torn. Because I want it to be easy to pass over through this way, because I want to build stuff over there. But I guess the two options that I really have are go up more or go down underground. I think I have to go up anyway to make it through there, so I might just try to go up with it and see how that goes. So this might be a bit of an awkward transition going from brick to marble. It's actually not too bad. I can live with that. So let's go ahead and build this up a bit. Alright, it's the next day, and I decided that the marble does not work. It just doesn't really fit with this, and then just rails in general. I feel like the marble just doesn't go, so I think I might try to use stone bricks, because I think that'll just look a lot better, and kind of break up the monotony of using marble for everything a little bit more, which is always good. And I think I'm just going to make my little train station stop for my base in this area here, just so it's easier to just like get over there. I can just have a, you know, a hallway here into a little room. It really doesn't have to be that big. Alright, for now let's worry about getting this part built. I'm probably going to keep it pretty low to the ground to start with, because I want it to be able to, you know, go over here without having to do a sharp drop off. But I think around here I could probably start going up a bit, because I don't want it to be in the way of, you know, my door. I don't want to have to like fly over it every time, so I think I want to have it high enough in the air that I don't have to, you know, worry about it. I can just go underneath it. So I'm thinking something like this. Yeah, and then that gives me plenty of space under here to, you know, get through. And then this should be a pretty good height to go all the way over there through the gap. Okay, this is the design that I'm thinking about. I think it looks pretty good. It's very stone bricky though. I'm trying to think of some way I could maybe break it up a little bit, but I think it works. It's a bit thick. I have a little railing here on the side. I might honestly get rid of it if it just ends up looking too bulky, but I think right now this looks okay. Something about making this out of stone that I didn't consider is that I'm pretty much out of cobblestone after this. I've already ran through like many stacks of stone to get just the basic platform down, and it doesn't even go all the way where I need it to go, but it's crazy to say, but I think I might actually need to go mining for cobblestone some point in the future, which is odd. I feel like cobblestone is never really something you have to like explicitly collect. I feel like it's always just a byproduct of mining, but I guess that's what I get for always throwing it out. I think I might actually go with a bit of a lighter design. I got rid of the edges just because I think it made it too bulky. And I think I might make the edges here stairs. And the pillars can be a bit thinner too, so I think this might look a little bit better, just like less intrusive, more just like a railway and less like a massive blob of gray that spans across everything. So I think I might keep it like this. I think I like it a lot more. Okay, so I have the basic platform. I think it looks pretty good. And I have it stretched all the way over to my tree farm over here, and I'm just now placing in the rails. I kind of underestimated the amount of rails that I would need, because this is like probably 3 stacks of rails to get over here. I need to do a little bit of experimentation with the powered rails just to see how many I need to get to, you know, I don't know what the max speed is or how many rails you need to get there, but I'll probably end up replacing a lot of these with powered rails, and then, yeah, I just need to make a little bit of a dismount station over here. I'll probably make it against this wall just because there's nothing there, and then we'll have a high-speed track that goes from the house all the way over to the tree farm, which is really nice. Okay, so if you didn't know with Railcraft, with these high-speed rails, if you go too fast on them, you actually explode if you hit things. But one thing I didn't know about them is if you hit corners while going too fast, you will also explode. So I'm glad I read that, because I probably would have died and lost all my stuff if I didn't do that. So I put some slowdown tracks here, and then I think here, whenever I have like this elbow part, I'm gonna have to have these be regular rails, and I might need some like normal powered rails in here too. I don't think these like slowdown rails will bring it to a grinding halt, so I'm hoping that it will have enough speed built up to make it through here, but we'll have to see with that. I think I'm gonna put a few more powered rails down just to make sure I can get some good speed, and then I'll be ready to test it. I don't have the rail station over here built yet. I just have like I guess it'll just fling me off the edge over here. Maybe I'll just do that. I don't know. But yeah, I need to put in the rest of these powered rails. Actually, I think I'm just going to go ahead and test... Whoa. Okay, I don't know why my game keeps doing that, but I think I'm going to just go ahead and test this and just see how fast we go and where we need more rails. So it's my first time testing this, so let's see. Definitely need more there. Definitely need more there. Okay, I need a lot more booster rails because this is actually not fast at all. Alright, I put down quite a few more boosters, so hopefully this should get me a little bit faster. Oh yeah, this is pretty fast. Can go even faster. Slow down. Looks like we make it okay. And then we can fly down here and make it to the end. Perfect. Now let's try the other way. I don't think we're gonna make it up here. Yeah, no, definitely not. Okay. I didn't think... You can definitely go a lot faster than I am. I think I just need to put a ton more powered rails in. Alright, so I have like 1,000,000 powered rails down now, so I should zoom through this super fast. Okay, slow down. I think that second bunch is not really helpful, so I might get rid of that and save some tracks. And these two, and we slow down and make it to the end. Okay, so I think I maybe went a little too overkill with the powered rails. Like I don't... Like this one's useless, I can completely get rid of that one, I think. And then I think these are also a bit redundant. These ones at the top here. Or maybe, I think it's the ones at the bottom that are redundant. But I'll go ahead and remove the ones that... Okay. Okay. I have no idea why that happened. I was on high-speed rails and I didn't... Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong there. Maybe it was... I don't know. Let me try that... Oh, my minecart exploded. Okay, I'm gonna need to look into that. Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna start off by going this way again. And just make sure that these rails aren't needed. Okay, perfect. And then we make it barely over here. Fly down here. Then we make it there safe. But then whenever we try to go back, please don't explode. I really don't understand. I don't know what... That was just a random track. That wasn't even a powered rail. I don't understand what's happening. I think it's just maybe an issue with going too fast going up. It just can't deal with it, and it thinks it's like a collision somehow. Maybe I need to just like chill out with the speed a little bit here. Maybe instead of having 12 powered rails, I have like 4. I think that's probably a good start. Alright, one more time, here we go. Going up. Oh my god. I feel like I'm not really going that fast. I guess I just have to completely remove these. And just... I don't know. I'm kind of stumped here. Because I want to actually be able to, like, go fast. That's, like, the whole point of this, so... I don't know. I don't want to just explode every single time. And it's, like... It's not consistent, which is annoying. Like, I don't want to build this rail network and then just, like, randomly explode sometimes. Especially if I want to have, like, automatic carts running. Which I do want to do that. But... I might just have to go slow at this part. That seems pretty safe. I think I'm gonna have to call that good. It's not extremely fast, but it beats walking, and I'm like 60% confident that it won't explode. So, I think we're good. Okay, I just exploded again on this part. I think it really struggles whenever you go up, but I don't really know what you can do to counter that. Like, I need to be able to change elevation or else, like, this whole track isn't gonna work. I might... Man, I don't know. This kind of stinks. It's kind of raining on my parade a little bit. I guess I just can't go on, like, turbo speed until after I climb up. Okay, some slightly unfortunate news. I was digging around in the config file and I could not find anywhere that you can actually disable these collisions altogether. I disabled it to where it doesn't happen if you hit an item, but I don't think I can actually disable collisions from happening. So that's kind of unfortunate, because that means every time I want to go up or down or make a turn, I'm going to have to basically completely slow down. So, I mean, this entire section here will have to be just normal tracks. I can't use the high-speed ones, which is a little bit disappointing. So I guess in the future, I'll just have to remember to not have slopes, but, I mean, at least I'll be able to go fast on this part here. So, I don't know. I guess, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, I think, this beginning part here, I'm not even gonna use high-speed rails, because there's, like, a slope here, and what's the point of having them if I just have to immediately slow down? So I think right out of the gate, in this area, we're just gonna use regular rails, and then once we get up here, we will have some high-speed rails to get us up and going all the way over there. Okay, all the slopes now have normal tracks. I don't really know what the math is behind like the optimal amount of powered rails to normal rails, so I think I'm just gonna trial and error. Yeah, this is definitely not quite as fast, but at least I don't explode every time I try and do anything. Now we take off, just to be slowed right back down to not super quick. But, I mean, at least it's safe. It's not really ideal, but I don't know, what are you gonna do? Alright, well, even if it wasn't quite as fast as I wanted it to be, I still have a rail line down, so it's will still be a lot faster to get to the tree farm from my base. Okay, whatever. It'll still be a lot faster to get from my base to the tree farm, and then I have a lot of really cool ideas for having like automatic trains that go to different parts of the world and, you know, like pick up items and stuff. So I think that'll probably be done next time, but that's going to be a pretty big project. So I've planned it out in a creative world like 4 different times, but I think I've finally landed on a design that I'm happy with that will work for my needs. But that's what's coming later. But for now, I basically just wanted to get some way to get over there done. That's what I've been wanting to do for a very long time, because walking is taking forever. And, you know, got this building done, which I think it's pretty nice. So I think that's all I'm going to do for today. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions for me, please let me know. Any way I can make this maybe a little bit faster, or maybe not explode every time I try and do anything, that would be kind of nice too, because I don't really know what I'm doing, and this is a really old and janky mod, so if you know of any ways to get around that, please let me know. But I think that's going to be it, so thanks for watching.